Okay, so here's where we are with tasks. We got stuff to do. We had a lot of stuff that kind of came up, and I was like happy to be ending stream last time because we just had more stuff than we could possibly get to. I'm just gonna kind of do a quick recap, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, so the victim's tattoos. I don't know who to ask about that. I mean, like if it comes up as an option, we'll keep prodding, but I don't have like a pointed direction to take that. Who put the clothes in the trash can? It straight up says, don't worry about this. This may take a while. Joyce will not talk to us until we solve the drug mystery of who's running drugs in through the containers. All right. I need your eyes. I am enlisting you. You are my junior detectives. If you've played the game, don't just flat out spoil it for us, but you can leave breadcrumbs or suggestions. Mild backseating is okay. Because there's just so much going on at any given time. I will enlist extra sets of eyes. So we've been here 3 days. This is our 3 days. Find all the armor pieces. This is gonna take a long while. We're just kind of coming across them as we come across them. We are trying to find out who the lady driver. There's a lady driver that everyone is terrified of, that is running drugs through the trucking area. She will not talk to us until we solve the drug mystery going through Terminal B. So none of these have like places that are pointed that we can easily solve. If you do everything right, you'll progress. True for life, true for Disco Elysium. We did accept, while Kim wasn't around, a mission from the most overt racist in the game. So I guess if I get a free slot, I can put his racist thought in my head and just see what happens. I did get okay, so we can go do that. We did get signatures for Evart. He's not going to be super happy because he's going to find out that we conned him at some point. We got to go back to Klasia, which we can do before we leave the hotel, and we'll do it with Kim by our side, so maybe we'll get more pointed, specific information. She wouldn't give us this to us the last time we were here. This working class one. Oh, we have to go report back to her that we found her husband dead. Go read up on cockatoos in the bookstore. Maybe you'll learn about something new for yourself as well. We have to find our heraldic bird. So I guess I'll just kind of start with the oldest. It's like I'll start with the oldest stuff and work my way towards the Wednesday stuff. I gotta clean this idiot's dirty jacket. I guess I could do that. Where can I do that? I clean boots by boiling them in the kitchen downstairs. A Dutch name in an English environment, Klasia, sounds so awful. I feel bad. There's like I have a lot of Dutch viewers, and they try so hard to nurse me on Dutch pronunciations, and I've all but given up. Are they terrified because she's a lady driver? No, they're terrified because apparently she's a borderline ruthless master criminal. Apparently she's borderline batshit insane. Solving the egghead puzzle, I have no idea how to talk to that guy. I have no idea how to talk to that guy. I've got to develop some skill points so that I can negotiate with this woman. I failed on my rolls to get her out of the Raver spot, so we went a little chaotic evil, and we're trying to help the Ravers start up a drug lab. Call the Jamrock Public Library for information on the library's owner. Where's a phone? I tried to use the only phone that I know of, chat, and it kept giving me this mysterious apartment conversation with some woman that it wouldn't really identify. Oh, maybe I do it from the radio on the car. Call the station about the dead body. All right, so I'm trying to think of how most effectively to get these done. We go talk to Klasia. Then we come back down. We use Kim's car to radio in about the dead body. We go to the bookstore to tell the woman what we found out and to look up our heraldic bird. And then we go down to Evart and tell him that we got his signatures. The three Germanic languages that I say you should stay away from are Dutch, German, and Norwegian. They sound too hard. So what's crazy is I love foreign languages, and I would learn them all. I would be a walking Rosetta Stone. If it weren't that some languages have mechanical tasks for your mouth to accomplish, that my mouth seems genetically predisposed to not being able to do. So for Dutch, the thing that stopped me from trying to even process Dutch, because I love the country, and I'm going to Amsterdam for TwitchCon. I turned 25 in Amsterdam, and I will almost turn 40 on this trip. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. It's the guttural R in the back. So their word for brewery is like browery, but it's a rolling R in the back of the mouth. Apparently, I can roll the tip of my tongue in the front, which apparently is useful in like Hungarian, but I don't necessarily have a reason to want to learn to speak Hungarian. The R they roll in the back, I think kind of like German and French does it as well, is the rolling R in the back of the mouth. And I don't even know how to make my tongue touch the back of my mouth. Yeah, the R just needs to go in the back, but I don't know how to sink it back there. And the one time I tried, I was in front of a beautiful girl and her mom, and they made fun of me, and I just kind of shut it down. 15 years ago, I tried, and they laughed. They basically said, "Stupid American," and they pointed, and I said, "All right, that's enough for me. That's enough Dutch for me," and I shut it down. And I just haven't tried since. And I feel like French and German are kind of the same way. I don't think I've ever actually kind of heard anybody speak Norwegian. Oh, that's not true. I saw the original films for the girl with, like, the Dragon Tattoo series. I've actually not seen the Hollywood remakes, but the Norwegian ones were intense. Check the trap at Land's End for the far northeast of the Feld building. Oh shit, I left one down there. Alright, so we got a trap we can inspect. Find the murder weapon. Perform an advanced analysis using HE coordination. Yeah, I've got to go look at all the kill sites, which I think are probably marked on the map. What if you hold K? You should be able to get yeah, but like my tongue's like for the rolling R in the front, it's limber. I can start and stop, like it's relaxed. But then I try to sink it back, and the meaty bit of my tongue by my soft palate goes rigid. It's like a fucking lead bar. I can't get any like vibration through it. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Ruby was the organizer of the hanging. She's also missing, but the Hardy Boys will be tight-lipped about her location. You need to get them to open up. Have you fully explored the whirling, analyzed the site of the murder, truly and thoroughly interrogated Klausia? All this might make convincing them easier. We found out that Klausia's real name is not Klausia. It's something else, and I forgot what it was. Miss Oranya's fake documents are in a buoy in the water out in the dock, or out in the port. And I have to go to all these places to figure out where the shot came from that killed the guy that was humping her. Land's End. I gotta go down to Land's End. I don't even know how to get to the boardwalk on the island, if I'm being honest. I guess we'll figure that out today. We got some of the cryptozoology stuff going on. Do we have things we can try on the map? Damaged ledger. Is there stuff I haven't done on the damaged ledger? I guess the cargo container door has not opened up for us yet. You know what? That's also true, Tazorian. I haven't tried hard enough. Like, I can't chalk it up as a failure. I've not put 1/100th of the time into trying to speak a foreign language that I've put into the Binding of Isaac. I've not put 1/10 of the time into learning how to speak a foreign language that I've put into God of War. So I guess I can't ultimately be like, I failed. I tried once. It didn't pan out. I still don't know how to get that map, I keep the map wall. Oh, right. Also, we want to ask this woman out on a date, but we haven't found the right place to take her. So, like, the roll is something we should be able to pull off, but it's like got a -20 modifier on it until we find the right spot. All right, well, let's start our day. Let's hope that Kim's out here. If at first you don't succeed, just fucking screw it. Look out the window. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, I did it. Good job, me. Game over. I'm gonna hope they... Oh, Kim's gonna be down here. Let's go downstairs and get Kim. Amy Monster. She comes from the land down under. How the hell are you, Amy? Who are these people? Horse-faced woman. A woman in RCM patrol uniform officer winces as she notices you. Get in line. As Lieutenant Kitsuragi explained, a patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant. I'm on a murder investigation. I'm a cop too? Yeah. Yeah, I found it. I found a badge. All cops dress like this. I'm a deeply flawed individual, but I bring joy to the world. Damn, Amy, I'm sorry. My jaw's getting better. My jaw's been killing me for a week. I haven't been able to eat really, like, solid food. But as of the last, like, 36 hours, knock wood, it's been getting better, so I hope your earaches follow suit. Yeah, did you hear me sing? That was pretty good, Harry. She pokes her companion with an elbow. Wasn't it, Jean? That was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches. Horrible. Truly horrible, he continues. I beg of you, do not ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to... Jean. I'm gonna call him Jean. Jean, she quietly interjects, giving you a compassionate side glance. He's not right. Don't make it worse, and I really liked it. She actually did. What precinct are you guys from? What precinct? She just sighs. Uh-oh. Am I from? God, he doesn't know. Fucking deranged lunatic, the sunglass-wearing man pushes through his teeth. You guys are the police? Cool, so am I. I literally turn streams way down low, and I think the streamer is getting excited, getting alerts. That's how touchy it is. How'd you hurt your jaw? So I guess I've self-diagnosed with TMJ, which is this, like, jaw disorder that every once in a while it sort of misaligns. And what it usually means is that I'll be chewing and one day it'll click really hard. And it's essentially my jaw will be popping itself back into place after being misaligned. And it hurts bad. It's like breathtaking pain. But this time, I went to sleep and I woke up and it did that on every chew of something with even a remote bit of resistance on the right-hand side. It was popping every single time. And it hurt every single time. And so I was basically on, like, soups, stews, and soft sandwiches for, like, most of this week. Yeah, just click, 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 click. And then I was taking Advil and basically just leaving it alone, waiting to see whether or not I needed to go to the doctor. And it appears to have sorted itself out, I hope. Don't say anything, Judith. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I just fucking like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig. What are you doing here? I'm just looking out for... No one, the man looks at her. I'm just a man with sunglasses and you are... A policewoman. Yes, her voice is quiet. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That is all, she says quietly and looks away. These people are weird. What is going on? Hey, Kim. Oh. I thought you maybe would have something to tell me about your day away processing, or maybe you'd have questions about what I accomplished while you were gone, which was surprisingly quite a lot. Yeah, like I've had a tendency over the course of my lifetime to grit my teeth really badly. Oh. She's made around 4 months payments for this room. Okay. Neat insight, guy. No, 100% Amy Monster. So, Rory does this too. I have a tendency to grind my teeth so loud you can hear it from the other room. Oh, okay. If you're sensitive, mute me for like 30 seconds. I have a tendency when I grind my teeth when I sleep. I haven't done this in a while, but I have a tendency when I grind my teeth during my sleep, and my son does it too, that you can hear my teeth squeak as they slide together, going back and forth. It sounds like there is an excited mouse in my mouth, because it's just grind, squeak, grind, squeak. And you can hear that from a room and a half away. So Jelly Bean, I warned as best I could. But that I have stopped doing it so much. It was really, really bad during the time in our life where we were most stressed. When money was almost gone, when Amber was sick, when I was getting through college, apparently I did it a lot. Clench my jaw and I grind my teeth sometimes. I haven't done it in a while, but Rory still doesn't. And frankly, like I'll get him a mouth guard when I think he would keep it in. He totally will not keep it in right now. But I will get him a mouth guard if and when it becomes appropriate, or when he gets old enough that I can explain that he needs to just trust me on it. But yeah, I can hear him rooms over, so I run in when he does it. If I'm not in the middle of something, I'll run in when he does it. I'll massage his jaw while he's asleep just to see if I can get him to relax. Like I'll put one hand through his hair and then I'll massage his jaw to see if I can get him to like chill. Because I just don't want my baby to hurt himself. He came into bed and cuddled with me last night, and it's one of the best things that's happened to me this week. He's my cuddle bug. And I love him. I clench my jaw, just hold it in place. I act like I'm under immense stress, but my life is actually getting better and it's still happening. Yeah, I mean, like, I would grit my teeth really bad in high school, according to my mom. And, that, like, my life was not that bad from high school into undergrad. I didn't know that at the time, but... Can you tell me more about Lily, the hanged man? My partner needs to hear this. I just called him Lily, short for Lilistad, where he came from. What was his army name? It was his army name. Yes, his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him. He never gave it up, no matter how hard I tried. Lilistad, that's a good start. The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook, then tears out a page and hands it to you. We have a few questions you can help us with, a few things a field autopsy alone can't answer. The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page that the lieutenant passed to you. It's on it lies an list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last pieces of the puzzle of missing pieces of the puzzle of flesh. Where is Lilistad? In Orania, officers. It is, I think, a municipality is a term. It's a nowhere town. You were almost right, officer. The lieutenant shakes his head. Like you just missed a shot in darts. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form. You were both from Orania? Yes, we were compatriots. Did that bring you together? No, he was too old for that, and from another part of Orange Reich. Oranjenrik. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Orania. It was bad habits. Sex and alcohol, baby. This stream is R-rated. These people talking about fucking on drugs. Also speed, sex, alcohol, and speed, and sildenafil. A military man, but not a patriot. No, he left the national service after they taught him what to do what he did on Semenine. He wasn't the flag waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. She takes a long drag of her cigarette, then washes it down with coffee. A people person, a small platoon leader, certainly not a patriot. A flash of rage comes over you. The words have already left your mouth. A disgraceful mercenary! The Orangese state should have checked his breast for sublime patriotic rage before they trained him. She looks at you with some amusement as you beat your chest. He had passed that test. Had he passed that test, we wouldn't have gotten along. Come to think of it, maybe it was our hate for Orania that brought us together. I love Revachol, though. She looks around, the wind in her hair. I hope she loves me, too. He was 42. What an old geezer. I hate him. 42, are you sure? I would have had him above 50. Well, Kim, sometimes people look older than they are. He had many scars that made him appear older, but no, the memory makes her smile. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me. D, what's going on, man? What up from bed, nerds? Think I came here for tips on Isaac. Now I come here to whinge and discuss Taffy's family and health. It's bizarre. I'm always kind of shocked at what people find interesting. For example, you know, the first half hour of this stream was dedicated to the practice of watching me eat. But I'm also very good at describing food. We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up. The lieutenant makes a correction in his notes. His eye color. Blue, light blue. They were like, she stops, her eyes half closed, then continues like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing, she takes a drag. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly, and he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something watching him speak. He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth. Yeah, severe. He seemed to enjoy she seemed to enjoy the word. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes. His hair, if you can remember. Light brown, almost blonde, it darkened with brilliantine. Oh, it made it oily, not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone. Interesting, I too have stroked his hair. Oily, isn't it? She says unfazed. She draws on her cigarette and lets the smoke linger for a moment in her mouth. We have that in common now. Hey! Taffy, is Loco winning today? Listen, I made a mistake. It was my first ever Team Catalyst stream. I made a deal with Loco thinking I was screwing everybody over. I was incorrect. I was only enabling Loco's path to victory. I rolled bad. I will not be making that same mistake today. I will not be making deals with Loco. If Loco wins, it will not be because of my ineptitude. Tell me about his tattoos, please. It's clear she liked it.
This is the story
like
of the newest denizen of the
Abs,
cave.
Man. Have I really burned up half a year in this madhouse? I'm mad at myself, Abs. I had chicken tenders last night for dinner, and I didn't think to crack open the new sauce. I'll find an excuse to use it on my day off. I'm home alone, so I can eat whatever the hell I want. And there are chicken tendies in the freezer, so I will have that for like a lunch or something. Thank you for 6 months. I appreciate it. It's her birthday. Let her win. Tendies. Tendies are for good boys. Hell yeah, man. I'm an excellent boy. It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How so? How? She leaned back, imagined him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course, tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe 1,000. thousands, and the woman goes, ooh, and she points in the air with her sharp nail finger, picking out this imaginary tattoo star. What was this, baby? And he says, she lowers her voice comically, this was too hardcore, don't ask me about that. And she goes, okay, but what's this, baby? And he's like, saw some bad shit there, killed some loincloths. And so it goes, star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country, and he's done horrible things in every single one of them. You were the woman in this? Oh yeah, she nods. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? No thank you, she does not take it. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them. She pours herself some more coffee. He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Aranya needs some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer for money. He went to Killer Academy in Vreedfort, then he killed some people on the Semenine Islands, and then some other islands too, all of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got himself killed. Good story, thanks. It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember after you're sober. She smiles faintly. Change the topic. We ordered a tox report. What will that show us? A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. Hear that? Sildenafil. Just like you suspected, you have a great nose for that stuff. What's it? What is sildenafil? It's for maintaining an erection. Uppers are vasoconstrictors. So that feat becomes problematic. All right. I'm a scientist. How much of that tox report cost the? How much did that tox report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half that, save you some money, and make some myself. It's quite expensive, miss, but we'll manage without your help for now. I think we're finished with this line of questioning. Hand the lieutenant back his notes. Look at us go, man. Good shit. And we got a skill point. Is there anything else that I needed to ask? We could detain this woman. A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around. What if let's ask. What if I told you you're under arrest, but I haven't done anything? She backs up to the railing with a little forced smile on her face. Anything illegal? Failure to aid a police investigation. Fucking mind games, baby. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. Point to be made. She's engaged in some corporate espionage and has fallen out of protection with all the people who employed her. So now, basically, if she pops up on any grid, she's dead, is what she's told us. Yeah. Failure to aid a police officer. You have wasted our time in a time-critical investigation. Oh, wow. I didn't want to do this because I was actually terrified I would get this girl killed, but this is the kind of pressure that we may need just to, like, force her hand to say something useful. Please know her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back off further. I think I know who did it, who shot Laylee. I can tell you, I can help. Who? Silent for a second as if looking into herself for certainty. Then in a hushed voice she says, Ruby. Oh, so this is the person who helped her cover it up, eh? Why do you think it was her? She has a thing for me ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants. Sex, huh? And more, she nods. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Laylee, she says in a near whisper, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't, and it was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that. But, wait for it. Everyone just wait. What is this? Derail the whole thing immediately and investigate? I don't understand. Ruby's a woman, right? It's a woman's name. This fucking guy. Go on. Before we do, he turns to her, cuff still in his hand. What exactly is your, what exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you? She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship, and you led her on. A little, I was flattered, you know, but then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. She looks at her feet. Ooh, feet photos. We maybe kissed, nothing more. Yes, but what was their relationship outside this unequal power dynamic? What was it like before? We spent a lot of time together listening to the radio and such. She had great milieus, and she was good company. I was sorry it had to end, she pauses. What was that question about? She's feeding her friend to the wolves here. It also has startlingly little to do with arresting her, you suddenly realize. Sounds like she was fixated on you. That's just an assumption. I know what it sounded like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. She raised her eyes to meet yours, but she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow she knew Laylee was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up, she was like calm as stone. She cleaned it all up like she had a little plan. So familiar theory you had it too. Remember, could it be that Ruby is covering up after herself after the lynching? Yet again, coming up with this, the worst thing is it may be true. When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you? She came over one night drunk. She said she turned my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when somebody knows how to do it. She's a pro. She must be to keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it worked, but she looks at the window of her room. Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. How could she have killed him? You said there was a secret route there, right? She points to the door that leads to the pinball workshop. She could have come up through there, then taken the shot right there where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her. Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible. Interesting theory. Did she know the door exists? Had you been there with her? Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here, drink on the roof with me before it got weird. I'm now arguing with myself. I did make him like this, D. I have turned him into a weird, maligned little monster. Apparently, Karatzi played this game, and he had this man as like a noble, chivalric knight. I have turned him into a drug-hungry, confused megalomaniac. She did tell us some pretty interesting stuff. Affinity for drug usage. Don't arrest her, push her a bit more, and then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid, and she's beautiful. Stop letting her distract you. That's all good, and I think we should still take you in just in case. Step a bit closer. Still, she says, her voice breaking after all this. Sir, please, it's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know. She turns her hand into a fist, slowly crushing the cigarette she's still holding. But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting at some multinational. She's gearing up for the last stand. This is it. What do you deserve, then? I don't know. She throws away the cigarette. To spend my days with smoke and drink and dance, wallowing in shit just like everyone else. What other option do I have? You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own in 2 months or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need. You do have the form, he says and looks at your ledger. That's it, I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Definitely, sire. What will have changed in 2 months or in 1? Oh, okay, so, Condors, yeah. This is Disco Elysium. We are a guy who literally is awoken from a drug-induced stupor with amnesia by his limbic system arguing with his reptile brain. And when we come to this idiocy down here is what we see in the mirror, and we find out we're a cop, and we're basically just winging it. And so it's almost like, you know, it's like Fable, where we can choose to be good, choose to be bad. We have this skill tree. Well, it can't come up right now. We assign points a la an RPG. Matter of fact, I might even want to assign one now. I have a level up point. I could push that one quest line forward. But yeah, like basically we create the psyche of this person, and these are all voices now that can crop up in our head and interrupt dialogue trees with their insights. Now we've cranked a lot of points into suggestion. We've cranked a lot of points into how physically intimidating we are. We've cranked a lot of points into being able to lie and deduce who is lying. But each of these, like Half-Light is our ability to use our body to threaten people. Drama is our ability to lie and detect liars. Hand-eye coordination is hand-eye coordination. Savoir-faire is to be sneaky. Shivers is just this crazy feeling that we just intuitively understand the city itself. Esprit de corps is being able to understand cop culture. It is an incredibly complicated narrative story. And then on top of that, you get what I'm calling they're thoughts, but I'm calling them perks. You can find these play modifiers along the way and develop them to find out what they do. And they all come up as a result of your interactions with the story. So, it is not that I am super happy to have my character become a racist, but it is a quest line. So I'm going to go ahead and add it in. We got this thought from the most overtly racist person in the game. And I can't help it, the completionist in me. The completionist in me needs that to be done. If we don't like it, we'll forget the thought and we'll put something new in there. But anyway, yeah, Condors, this is us arguing. If you see volition, drama, those are internal conversations we're having with ourselves. All right, so what will have changed in 2 months or in 1? Everything could change. She looks around the city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail, or maybe Revachol, she falls silent. Could be free, I could be tried in a free Revachol, an independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern. A free Revachol, there's a low distant rumble on a motor tracked, a great machine shaking the pillars down south. Electricity runs up your spine. I find this hard to believe, miss, the handcuffs jingle in his hands. What was that feeling? It's coming, says Shivers. I do like the sound of that, another Revachol, free and independent. The world can change, it's changed before. Her round, light brown eyes shining with tears. Yeah, dude, Kim's chomping at the bit. Her political overture has succeeded, we see. This was her last card, there was nothing more she could say. The final decision is yours. You stand alone on your throne, the throne of your mind. I have made my choice. Chat, do we make this woman disappear or do we buy her time because she's pretty? She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait, if you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shit. I actually really need Kim. Shut up, he's making a decision, and it's his to make. I want what Kim wants. Kim wants to arrest her, man. Dude's got handcuffs in hand. Kim, arrest her before this drags out any longer. Let's write you up a station call. Katarazin. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore. I'll let you off the hook for now. Don't make me regret it. Station call? Do we meet in the middle? Sign her up with a station call a month, 2 months from now? I would lose her as a resource if I arrest her. And I would lose Kim for the day. And there are entire lines of questioning I don't think I can have with Kim not around. Like, this would have happened yesterday in game, if Kim had been here. So we'll buy her time. This may have been a grave mistake, sire. Shut up, drama. Maybe, maybe not. Mercy is rarely a complete mistake, says Volition. I promise I will be right here all the time. Nights 2, I will help you any way I can in this investigation. I will be at Station 46 in 6 weeks. I promise. Let's talk about you and Ruby again. Just want to make that... Alright. Alright, there we go. Oh. Look up at the great sky. This is a white check. I may retry it. Yeah, I did not get it. Nothing happens. There's a mass of droplets above the planetary body, colorless, merging into one another. The sky is low and cold. You hear the distant murmur of motor connections somewhere south of here. That is all. Alright, well, I guess we'll try to look at the night sky soon. Wait, stop. That man was bloated beyond... that man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42. That is what she said. Below the damage, the weeks of decomp, all the swollen indignity of morality, he was 42 years old? Where is this going? How old are you? That's where this is going. 45 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath you, wonder? You could ask either one of them. Kim, how old do you think I am? How old do I look? 58. What if you're wrong, man? That dude was dead. He turned out to be 40. 42, and he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week. I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that. On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately. The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. There is silence. Then a little more silence. Sure, you're 42, he squints. Let's go. Wait, this requires scientific measurements. Thought gained, date of birth generator, to the laboratorium. If she had... What we could have done, Jadestone, is we could have asked her my age. And if she said higher than 50, we would just arrest her on sight. I would have liked that, I think. Let's go. Down the secret hole. That's European for 1,000. Is it though? Because I kind of feel like Europeans, like, live the life of 20-year-olds. Like, they smoke and drink and have strong feelings and fuck until they're like 60. And then they just shut down. Then at that point, they just get midsummered out of existence. They just jump off the Eiffel Tower. I do like that this brings us basically right downstairs. I don't suppose this guy will let me use this pot to clean off that idiot's jacket. Is that in dog ears? Okay, so we have date of birth generator. Maybe we'll stick that in the last slot once we can unlock it. Oh, Jesus, what is this? I gotta imagine... By the way, yeah, the lawyer left. She got so fed up with these guys being straightforward with us that she just fucking bolted. Need to talk to Ruby. Why? He leans back and regards you with curiosity. Oh, so, yeah, Ruby is potentially the lady trucker that everyone's scared of that's drug smuggling. And I think she might also be the dude, or the killer of the dude, the killer of Lele. How do we approach this? I have seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ears. Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit. And fuck you too, moral... I'm gonna say fig? Fog? Moral motherfucker? You're not gonna get me, game. He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs. Fugue state. Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys. That's nothing. Just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. He crosses his arms. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. You think you can fuck off now? I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised how quickly a theory presents itself if you just keep looking. Oh man, we have cranked this thing up to 83, chat. Wish me luck. Yeah, barely. Ah, that was as low as we could roll. Oh shit. A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its eerie blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion all channeling into a single thought. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him? Because she was here all night with us. He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101. She was here all night. The lieutenant ignores the tattooed man. 11:30 to 12:25. She was here during all that time. Yeah, with us drinking near the stage. He points to the karaoke stage. She can go to the toilet? No. That's a lie, says Drama. You know that's not the case. Alright, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She points to the intersection. She's a busy girl. She always has been. Of course, Ruby's the lady driver in the big jam mystery. Probably have to keep investigating. They'll never open up about it. Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot her merc. Taps on his temple. I've been through this. It's not plausible. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for. Some time during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on the roof. There's a secret room in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. How? He is sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop. People said there was a pinball arcade here sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo? East Delta Pinball Arcade, the old man coughs. Weird place, went bankrupt. Okay, but how'd she get up there? There's no room for a staircase in this building, or an elevator for that matter. Elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Good one, Kim. High five that man. Kim's getting in on this shit. We are two superstar cops. You're a superstar cop now, Kim. We're a fraternity. From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down all in under 7 minutes. It's quite the theory. He turns to Eugene. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys. I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there. It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about instead I go? How about I go instead of... Shush now. He turns to you. You got something else to back this route up, or is that it? We have firmly established Ruby could have accessed the roof when the man was shot. Firmly doesn't go well with could have. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route he forms, a gun in his hand, does not put a bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one. Phase 2, murder weapon. You get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least the shadow of doubt in the shape of a gun. Oh, these are all good points. Yeah, I've analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle, military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. He doesn't wait for a response. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon wasn't military grade, how did Ruby get it? You don't know, to be honest. I'm just being upfront with what I know. Right, and that's mighty forthcoming of you, so let me extend that same courtesy. She's connected to you-know-what, so she may have access to semi-automatics, but that's a long fucking stretch of the imagination. There is a small chance the shot came from beyond the roof. Now, what the hell are we supposed to do with that? That still leaves a 72% chance of did it. He's trying to woo us with cop science! Forensic shit. I've heard this mambo jambo. Not a huge fan of Prism. Like I shut stream off whenever they come up because they aren't my cup of madrinas, you know what I'm saying? But goddamn it, if love isn't stuck in my head, man, I'm glad the office is empty. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love Prism. Female vocalists, Dr. Skylar, they just kill me. Bubblegum pop female vocals. I'm a sucker. The Mambo Jambo, he's saying, doesn't go against Theory A. Just making sure we're on the same page. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't all fit. We're just sharing info candidly. This is Revachol. Anyone can get a gun. Look, fucko. Glenn steps forward. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns. Everyone knows Glenn loves guns. Chat, can we all agree that everyone knows that Glenn loves guns? I don't know. Glenny Ratface leans across the desk. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing. This one does not like Ruby. May prove useful. Who's that? Shanky? Come on, guys. Of course she's carrying. You all are. Nah, she taps his coat pocket. This kind of heat is not easy to come by. Took us some time to get gunned up to where we are now. Still, he's thinking about it now, and he knows gunning up has nothing to do with this. Local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. You lost your gun? The blonde man says, taken aback, not even laughing. What an idiot. The big man leans closer. Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? Yes. No, you didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him. Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack. You know what? Let's go ahead and heal up, shall we? Merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on. I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her. I don't know, cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first? The tattoo man bursts out laughing at his own joke. Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour. Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? He almost gets up from his seat. Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this? Phase 3, motive, the last component. The big one, get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. Klaus, you told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Don't piss him off. Maybe it's all a part of a leadership challenge against you. That would piss him off. When Klaus comes downstairs, Ruby appeared to know something was wrong. Yeah, let's try that one. And I suppose you have a theory on it? She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus. Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You all went along, but she suggested it. Little man squints, eyes beady. She had like a fully formed plan and shit right when she came back downstairs. Really, Shanks? Klaus wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She went up first. She was the first one up there. I could have come up with the plan if I had been first. Time for a logics demonstration. Shanky, let's assume you killed him. I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan. You probably did, though. It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky, you killed him. You got up there, shot him, got down. Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder? Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys like that, he squeaks with indignation. She didn't either. She would never do that, the blonde man looks around. Why aren't there more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus. Glenn? Titus looks grim. I would have thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us with this shit. Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good. Female vocalists are, let's see, are nice. It's the 80s bubblegum pop style that I'm not huge on. Wait, hold on. Is it actually... I feel like I'm sending the appropriate amount of messages to convey how my brain has come to a halt. Yeah. My dad didn't, like, my dad would have been mortified if people knew how big he was into, like, Amy Grant and Madonna. But that just means that growing up in the car, I heard a lot of, like, pop female vocalists. And Wilson Phillips. That one. Well, okay. Full disclosure, my dad was listening to Wilson Phillips because his mistress had bought him that cassette. I didn't know that at the time. I heard, like, I got to hear a lot of music that, like, a 38-year-old woman in 1991 really enjoyed. And it kind of, it grooved with me. Had I known why we were listening to all of it, I might not have grown so fond of it. But it did lay some interesting foundation work. I do find myself thoroughly enjoying it today. Yeah, too forgetful unless something kind of cuts through the malaise of just kind of like talking and going and like, you know, grinding through the session. Like something has to rise above the white noise for me to go, ooh, shit, this song. Otherwise, I can go an hour without hearing anything that's playing in the background. That's kind of what it's designed to do. That's like what we built Pretzel to do, was to be like great music to ignore unless it needs to be center stage. When Colossia came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. Nah, man, that's just Ruby. She's got shit under control, Alan explains. It's her whole thing. That's why she's so good. Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know? Women talk to women. He peeks over to Titus, which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to. Or she knew what happened because she killed him. Not so useful, Titus looks at Alan and Eugene. Please don't get pissed. Colossia told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Yeah, like what? She apparently had a thing for Colossia. A thing? You mean he tilts his head to the side and then falls silent? Yeah, but the fat man looks up from the table, oblivious. They're both girls. Dun, dun, dun! Girls like girls too, Angus, Kim explains. Leave it to Kim to be the sophisticant. Sometimes, this is one of those times, she just liked Colossia. I know it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she said. Come on, guys. She hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise. It's supernatural, a reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. It's scary. Yes, she probably went to a university and learned from a liberal. Holy shit. We have all of Twitch chat in our head right now. This is like, so this person came out as being a lesbian on stream. Crazy. These are the first 5 responses that are gonna hit Twitch chat. In a big stream. In a big stream, these are the, like, we're basically like choosing who we want to side with in Twitch chat. I'm sticking with Kim. Listen, I'm navigating scary waters as a broadcaster. Pretty stunning looking, I mean the game, not you, Taffy, although I like 3. It's supernatural, a reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. Girls like girls. What? How do they like girls and also get babies in them and cook? I don't understand. Kim, I'm just sticking with you. Fuck you! This man can't believe what he's hearing. First, he says she murdered him. Now she's a fig, too? Now she's a fog? I can't figure out what that word's supposed to be. Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. The Mescu smiles. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there. I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party. It is Twitch chat. This is like Twitch chat in a BR channel. It's like a CSGO Twitch chat. Or like an unmoderated charity event with 50,000 people watching. She didn't fuck you because you're 40 and you still live with your mom, Dennis. It is Twitch chat! Holy shit, we cracked the code. This is how people, this whole thing wrote itself. This is Twitch writes a murder mystery. Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. So this is why Shanky doesn't like her. Useful for you. It makes him advocate against Ruby. I am in this and I feel attacked. You probably went to a university and learned from a liberal. Fucking Dennis. So this is why, let's see. Colossia said she made advances on her and she thwarted them. Ruby then threatened her and told her to end the relationship with the deceased. This is some sordid shit, the big man rubs his chin. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Orania puts out to cover her own ass. She did tell us as we were close to arresting her. Figures, she looks out the window, but that Ruby is queer as cabaret now that I start thinking about it, so there is some truth to it. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others, but you can still be a hardy. He glances at Glenn. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit, I think Queer as Cabaret is gonna float with me for the rest of the day. And then, boss, he shakes his head. Use us to cover it up. I mean, that's just fucked up. If it is true, he looks at Shanky, then Titus, but it's not, right? That one's gonna piss him off, and he seems really on our side right now. Hero! Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only opinion he cares for. Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions if you want. I don't know. It smiles a peculiar smile. I don't know where she went. She just up and left. Got real scared too. Wouldn't tell me where, however hard I asked. Want to know why? She was afraid I would tell you. He looks you straight in the eye. Maybe she was right. By now I probably would. She knew there was evidence on her. She knew we'd find it. This is the typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory. Jesus, dude, we are plowing through. Experience on this line of questioning. Perhaps he looks out of the window again. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy though. She's made sure of that. When did she leave? Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town, and then she came to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. What was she scared of? I told you. Me personally? Yes, you, the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. No wonder she's afraid. I've come to declare the ending of the human experiment. Sure, the human experiment, that's real funny. He looks at you without smiling. What else did Ruby tell you about me? She said you have a funny-ass taste in clothes, he scoffs, and that you won't stop until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans. Fucking hell. The tattooed man shakes his head. Titus, did he just open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. He nods. He can. Now we can whine about it, whack him, or go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you? It's not an actual question. To Dow, what's going on, man? Because she used your gun? I'm not sure yet. I might have to go investigate the long-range bullet shot sites. There are some places where it could just be somebody with an assault rifle. It could have been somebody with a sniper rifle. It's low percentage chances, but I guess the game will probably let me know how much deeper I have to investigate. We're putting an awful lot of this on Ruby, but we haven't ruled out somebody else. And I'd hate to get to the end of like a week of playing this game just to make like an assumption on like 82% and find out that that wasn't the case. Anything else? Anything? I don't want to ask a question that makes me look, apprehensive about my skills. Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see that she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus, but she was too scared. Scared? You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you, a metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject. Is this the game that won a bunch of awards? Did it? I would imagine. This is an incredibly complicated game. Narratively speaking. Otherwise, it's a point-and-click adventure. Any clues on where Ruby went? She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot. Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her. Yeah, and we won't either. She's not really the man stares into his beer, a hardy candidate anymore, is she? She's not, Glenn. Have you looked for her? A little, on the coast. Where have you looked for her more precisely? More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. He nods southwest. She's not there, so I'm thinking she's not here, so I'm thinking she's there. Where on the coast should I start looking? There's some shit houses down there, Cinderblock Town, fisher folk that refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up. We'll start there. The lieutenant takes a quick note. One more question. What does Ruby look like? Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. Looks like a lorryman. Not much, but it'll have to do. It'll have to. He puts his hand out. Shake it. Shake the man's hand. He was helpful. His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material. Should be a cop, Titus. When are you gonna get it through your dumb head, he scoffs. I already am, I just wasn't sure you were. And he still is. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks, and then turns back to his men. Thought complete indirect modes of taxation. Yep, and on stage the developer gave a thank you to Karl Marx. Turns out the Financial Oversight Committee gangster stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Revacholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it! Preacher man, set the brothers free. Taxes are racist. Ultra-liberal dialogue options give +1 real. -1 to empathy. Thinks he's a hustler or something. I mean, I accept it, but frankly, I'm not super excited about what the benefit is. +1 real. I mean, I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna force an entire dialogue tree. I'm real blow with the wind. As far as like 1 minute I feel very white knight, and the next minute I'm Satan incarnate. So let's replace that. Let's forget. Oh, I have to use a point to forget it? Bummer. Well, I guess that's there for now. Oh, I don't have any points. Okay. Okay. I thought for sure we would have leveled up again. We got 70 points. We got 70 points for getting one answer out of my man there. The victim's tattoo. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. That was a big one. God, we got a lot done. We haven't even left the Whirling Rags. We were going to go see about finding our heraldic bird. And we are going to go talk to Everett. And that'll almost clear up our Tuesday board. And then I guess we can go inspect the trap. We talk to Everett, then we go inspect the trap and look for Ruby. Neat. What a productive first couple of minutes in the game. And by first couple of minutes, I mean it's been an hour and a half. What is this? You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours? Yeah, and? Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Klasia? It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end. What do you mean? Anything strike you as a bit off about this mismatch? Well, yeah, I have openly stated that the bullet could have come from farther away. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window. The bullet was jacketed. Those don't just lie around anywhere. Good point. It's rather rare these days, but do continue. The footprints in the pinball shop didn't fit with the odd soul's print on the crime scene. No, they didn't. So far, no one has mentioned hearing a shot. Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it, and neither did you. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that? Free as a bird on that roof, lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Goddamn, Volition. Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further. Huh. I guess I'm having Kim. I'm having real conflicting thoughts right now. Oh. What is this? Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together. Wait, why was I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Cupris Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has recently waxed it. That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion, point to vehicle. Very cool. You want to take a closer look, says Kim? What is... oh, no, I'll do this. I don't want him to explain this because I won't understand it, even if it's made up. A fine machine. Yes, there's a gentleness in the lieutenant's voice as his eyes run over the vehicle's contours. An extraordinary machine. It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing in it, flare it up, slam it down. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components. With a winch and mud tires, we can take it off the beaten path, Kim. We're not going to, though, because it's clearly a sports motor carriage. Sounds like he has a strong concept of what this machine is. Oh, God, what is the engine packing? 130. Whoo! Mama's serving some serious macaroni. You lost me there. He looks at you perplexed. 130 kilowatts is a lot of power. The Kanema is fast, feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that can overtake it. Mama's shit, chat, hold on. We're not doing a raid message today, but if we were, I would insist that it was. Mama's serving some serious macaroni. There we go. Who are these idiots? Fuck the world and piss. Oh, Lord. Who are the skulls? You don't know? What kind of cop are you? I'm so glad you asked. The question was rhetorical, he replies, raising his open hand. The skulls are the most vicious gang in bestiality, Manir. Besmertinia. We're gonna say Baltimore. The nastiest bunch of psychos ever, jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases, possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi. They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, where you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles. Yeah, to Dow, the tricky bit for me has been like, the first couple of times I looked at it, I was like, what is that word? And then when I found the solution, I was like, oh! Like, guys, I figured out what they're censoring. It's, and I'm like, ah, you almost got me. You almost got me, game. You know anything about the murder? Sorry, Tadao, I didn't make things better. Good, but at least now I'm there with you. A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling Rags. I'm just whirling in rags. It was a man. He was hanged. Don't fuck around on the law. He was hanged from a tree. I mean, duh. These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along. Hey, how does one know anything? What does that mean? Philosophy, man. You can do some aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit. You guys know Cindy the Skull? Young man's eyes glaze over as his voice fills up with a longing. Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull. Yeah, the other guys light up too. A true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck. By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards, he adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient towards them. I see you kids are into anodic dance music. Oh yeah, man, he exclaims, then stops processing the rest of your question. We're not fucking kids, man. Be wary of the abyss, his blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why? It's a threat. The lieutenant answers for the two rebels, an impotent threat of violence. Don't fuck with me, man. I'm one of the bad cops. Whoa! Come on, man. He raises his open palms. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no need to throw your authority in our faces. Dude, is this what my children... Like, my children are not going to grow up to be like this, right? That's right. Way to put them into the little boys' corner. You want to talk? Let's talk, boys. His eyes meet yours. Ask them. Why aren't there more skulls and martinets? The Union does its share of policing martinets, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much more of an organized crime around here. Apart from the Union themselves, of course. Don't you worry about that. We're going to make up for the deficit. That's true. We do love our children, so maybe they won't turn into fuck the world jacket wearing guys. Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of the skulls or not? We're not franchise skulls. Not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them. And what makes you think the organization would accept you? Because we can be just as psycho and vicious, you'll see. But not in a threatening way and definitely but in a non-threatening and definitely legal way, the other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend. Well, we'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold. This is actually what the guy says. The guy said, fuck the world, says to piss. We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold. How are you liking this game so far? It looks interesting and I'm considering getting it. So that's a layered answer. Also, Melanie, hi. It's a layered answer, and here's my take on it, the TLDR. I'm looking forward to playing this game again offline. As a streamer, the reason this thing's been relegated to Saturdays is it's a real beast to stream because there's so much reading to be done. As a gamer, I couldn't wait to get to Saturday knowing full well it was going to be low viewership and kind of a quiet chat. And frankly, I probably wasn't going to make any money. But I've been looking forward to this all week because I wanted to get back into the story. And like Inhumane D played this through, and the way that I'm playing it, apparently the way I crafted my character, it's so nuanced. The way I crafted my character is creating a completely different experience for me than almost any other person who's played it. Like, everyone's coming in and saying, this is not the way that my story unfolded. Or, I mean, like... Really? This is a mesmerizing game. Yeah, that's a good question, Grant. I wondered the same thing. This is a mesmerizing game. But you have to be all in. Like, you have to be all in for it. Otherwise, it'll... If you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it'll be dull as dishwater. But if you're all in, it will captivate you. Right on, fuck. The blonde agrees and provocatively spits on the pavement. So what's happening now? Enough about this scullery. What's with the jackets? What about them? Why does your jacket have an aggressive name written on it? Well, first off, it's a statement, not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character, and I do like piss. It epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world, things being defined as they seem, not as they are, and I guess it's about the communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you gotta admit it catches the eye, and since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message. Makes sense? What I mean by this is, we are all... and the word is inherently meaningless. Why do you have "fuck the world" written on your jacket? Like I said, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship, the thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket or if they're derived from something else entirely. To catch a fish, you need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything if you blow up the lake, though. Blow it up! You get more fish in a shorter time. And for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that to me feels glorious, sticking your dick into the void. Is it coincidence that we have here 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops? Hey, Kim. Yes? What do you think about their jackets? Leather jackets adorned with immature writing, the ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. The lieutenant shrugs. I am not a fan. Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our paths? There are like 9 riders. PTX divided. What's going on, man? Welcome. How's everyone's morning? I'm coffee in. This is almost like day off 1A for me. What are you implying? Which one would you wear? I'm not sure I understand your... Nothing. Let's just let it go. Neither. I would wear neither. It's just a mental exercise. Fine. That works. I'm more of a fuck the world kind of guy. Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts. Oh, man. So are we done here? One of the jacket's owners asks impatiently, you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you? Well, let's see if we can get the jackets. Yay! No, don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys' dreams about being skulls. Use that. Wait, how? Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on. Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time. What? No. He quickly looks around. Skulls don't have kings, he pauses. I think, and we're not even in yet. Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet. Not even prospects, and you're already aspiring to be kings? Wow, you boys are ambitious, the lieutenant's voice rings over the plaza. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the Skulls? You're destined to go far. He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery. Shut the fuck up! The youth presses through his clenched teeth. There's panic in his eyes. Are you trying to get us killed? Now bring it to the jackets, and yes, start shouting. Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have the skull jackets. Please be quiet. Not much is left of this nihilistic rebel at the moment. The young man before you is scared out of his mind. What do you want? The jackets? Skull King makes shrunken heads out of us. Fuck you, man. Take them then. He looks around the plaza. People are noticing him now. Do we lower our voice and take the jackets, or do we just continue to ride this line of thought? Skull King makes shrunken heads out of us. I think at this point we flex. Or do you think it's all in? Do you think it's all in? Yeah. Oh man, okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid. You guys remember in Pulp Fiction when they take Samuel L. Jackson and Disco Steve, what was his fucking name? John Travolta. They take him into the backyard and they hose him down. They put him in the t-shirts and shorts. And the cleaner and the guy who owned the house, old Quentin Tarantino, is like, "What do you guys look like?" "They look like a couple of dorks." That's it. They look like a couple of dorks. There you go. Fuck. The lieutenant watches the boys take off their jackets with mild amusements. Since you said you're more of a piss kind of guy, I'll take the other one. I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you. Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell, go undercover hard.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Tysus! Jesus, Tysus tier 3, man. You're not Lars, unfollowed. If listen, the last thing I would ever want to do is make my man's return to Twitch even remotely uncomfortable. But there is a part of me that wants to just change my bio into not Lars. It has become part of my genetic identity at this point. Tice is tier 3, 11 months, and a jillion gifted subs. Thank you so much, man. Jules, you guys look like a couple of dorks. This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them not to have them anymore. Cold-hearted cop. Well, still good to know we have the pair in case the need arises. The need will not arise. Just everything I do from here on out, Legolas. Also, I'm not Lars. I learned it from watching you. Okay. Pity the jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man were standing alone in the street corner with piss written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine and fucked the world all on its own, frankly generic. The dark-haired young man just stands there defeated, the wind blows. I don't know, Eric, it's cold out. He finally says to his friend. Yeah, the blonde man replies, let's get out of here, the cops fucked us. Hell yeah. Oh, we got a breakthrough on a thought. God, everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery is cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize our thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights. Learning cap for rhetoric raised to 5. +1 conceptualization. The mystery is mostly aesthetic. That was a satisfying interaction with those lads. We have a point. We can get rid of indirect modes of taxation. I don't want to lose empathy, and I don't want to shoehorn myself into a specific line of dialogue. I really like the idea of just adapting as we go. Hobo cop. Oh my god. Let me have that one. Date of birth generator. Okay, let's forget this one. What do you guys want to do to replace it? You got 4 options here. I'll let you guys pick. Composure. This is negative composure to see it. Negative electrochemistry to see this one. -2 physical instrument to see this one. And then this one is just the time necessary. I think it's date of birth. Oh, Dionysus cat. The completionist in me needs that task off my task list. I don't care what. If I gotta be a racist character in a video game for a minute to get that task knocked off, I will racist character in my game to get that task knocked off. There we go. Date of birth generator's thrown in there. We'll see what that turns into. I don't have any more points, so that goes away. I do like the idea of getting all of our thoughts filled out and having all of the slots open. And then we can go into just dumping points into stuff. +1 drama, -1 authority. +1 half-light, -1 rhetoric. What do we have on right now? I'm sure it's just pluses. Yeah, plus esprit de corps and +1 shivers. I've tried, I think, for the most part. Oh, I think the last time I tried to tackle a logic check, I went through and just jacked everything through the ceiling. I've tried really hard not to put stuff on that brings negatives into account. Do I have things that are up for authority? I do not. I would love to put on something that doesn't hurt us so bad. Like, perception is like, frankly, it's just good for finding money of all things. But I don't see many other options for just pure, like, items like this where it's just pure positive are actually pretty rare. Can we get the fuck the world jacket, please? Sure. I'll give you that one for a while. There we go. We'll wear the fuck the world jacket for a little bit. It makes us more intimidating, but it means that our rhetoric is shittier. Wasn't there something I could do with the clipboard? Where's my clipboard? Can I interact with the tattoos anymore? No. Did my clipboard go away? I guess. You finally made it, having you people point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous? Damn right I'm dangerous. You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket, but believe me, they were all very impressed. Fuck the world. +1 edgelord. Pull out the radio again. We gotta... Jesus Christ, that was loud. Connect me to the Jamrock Public Library. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian, connecting the call in 2, 1. This is the Central Jamrock Public Library here. A male librarian answers the call. Male librarian. Ah, it's like being a nurse. How can I help you, officer? He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call. I've been looking for any information that you can provide on a Billy Majon, a reader. Give me a moment. I have to check out the database. He puts down the receiver. On Marrow Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls to a desk behind him. A lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves looking for a paperback. Yes, hello? Are you still there? You can hear him fiddle with the printout. I found Billy Majon's home address. Is that all right? No phone number, unfortunately. They are too poor to have a phone. An address is fine. Here we go, sir. Rue du Saint-Ghislain. 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That is all. So the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it? You have any other information on Billy Majon? It says here that they returned their last book a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Do you know someone who was? Marie? He covers the phone with his hand and yells to the room behind him, Marie! You remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tibble book the other day. Maurice, what? A woman yells, yes, okay, if it's the police, and she starts explaining something. Yes, it was my colleague Marie, the librarian, is speaking into the phone again. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for the new sci-fi release, Loose Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet. Good, you have a name now. So Billy Majon is a woman, not a man. How'd your colleague know that it was her husband? Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her. Do you know her husband's name? Sorry, no. Can Marie describe what the husband looked like? Marie said as an older man. Said that she's pretty sure he had a drink or two the last time she saw him. What was he wearing? 1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying attention. Thank you. That's all from me. I have no further questions. End the call with the library. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer. The librarian hangs up the call and gets redirected back to the station with a soft click. I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk. 1 moment. Can you please describe the body? Unidentified, middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build, looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head on a metal bench. We suspect he may have been inebriated when he fell. There are bottles all around him and traces of vomit on his shirt. There might be a sequence killer on the loose. Nah, it looks like it was an accident. No field autopsy necessary, she repeats. You can hear her quickly typing in the background. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card in his pockets. Any information on the library card? Central Jamlock Public Library belongs to someone named Billy Majon. Thank you. Good, you have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? We're taking it. I've assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up with the library lead to identify the man. We'll send somebody to take the body to the morgue. That is all for now. Yeah, sure. Let's talk to Sylvie. She likes us a lot. Sylvie, it's the police again. Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the whirling? There's an uncomfortable pause. You tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had it unclog the toilet and retrieve the paperwork, I threw it out into the trash thinking you didn't need it. Sorry about that. She didn't sound like she actually was sorry. Anything else? Nope, that's pretty much it. I guess let's reconnect me to the 41st as long as we're here. Happy to report that I have found my badge, Jules. 10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write that down so there's no need to issue you a new one. Over. Feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebrations with beers. Shit, yeah. Man, people are fucking stupid and petty. Reserved a room for this lady. She needed a pet-friendly room, and I assigned her one. Confirmed that with her. She asked for a written confirmation. Sorry, our confirmation emails are automatically generated and uneditable. I've made sure to assign you a pet-friendly room. That's not good enough for me. I want to speak to your manager and give me the phone number for the hotel. Damn, Jangle. You got Karen'd. You got Karen'd hard. I have not gotten my gun back yet. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled, and the large orange sector indicating the engine is warm. Next to the red gauge is the red switch labeled heat. Now, that's enough with the foldable headlights. I know they're mesmerizing. They're also fragile. What are we looking at? What's this machine? Yeah, this is a question we should have asked a long time ago. It's just still sitting here. Motor carriage, something bad with the motor carriage. Yeah, we've already figured it out. Do all policemen have such cool motor carriages? Isn't this a sports model? You are, right? Do you also like Tip Top Detective? What is Tip Top? An inter-isolary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It is a fantastic competition. Sinking feeling with the words motor carriage, nothing's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with your carefree lollygagging. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere? Nope. This must be what woke me up when you arrived in Martinez. This infernal noise. Yep, sorry about that. It has a distinct engine sound. Alright, we have done everything inside. Like, this is the kind of stuff I was skipping when I thought I was going to try to blaze through this. We are no longer blazing through this. We are savoring and supping on each little bit. Tatsuya, welcome back. Alright, so this was the lady that wait, where did she go? She's just not coming back? Okay, well, shit. Go to Billy Majon's apartment and deliver the bad news. It's in the apartment buildings in Martinez, apartment 20. I guess we're going there. Let's go find our heraldic bird real quick. We got to read about toucans. Where would we find heraldic birds? Do you know where we would find heraldic birds? I did. You guys heard her voiceover, right? I just want to be sure because it didn't seem like the audio spiked. Are you guys hearing music? It was so loud in my headphones. I feel like you guys are getting no in-game audio whatsoever. That was so loud in my ears, and I was just like, man, I hope that didn't spike too bad for chat. There was a Windows update. What have you done? There was a fucking Windows update. There have been small voiceover bits. So when when we dealt with the two boys, that was all voiced over, so I didn't read any of it. All right, let me get through this. Let's see if we can hear her voiceover this time around.
This is the story of the
PTX
newest
Divided,
denizen
man.
of
Thank you for the
cave.
gifted sub, Dionysus Cat. That's very cool of you. Dionysus has been chilling here all morning. You broke down the back door. She looks very sad, resigned. Even the wards of the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching into my shop. Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme measures. I suppose it's all over now. Her shoulders slump as if a heavy burden lies on them. I guess there's no escape. No sound there. What are you talking about? It's just a door. Just a door. This place is cursed, detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well. She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something into her pendant. Host Almighty, she prays, guard me in my honest business venture from that curse that lurks beyond the door. Blessed be your name. Curse isn't real. Of course you did. You hear nothing but a policeman, she shrugs, very dejected. Did you guys hear the click on that? Like the mission accomplished as a very loud chime. I actually think the fans out in the world. I'm a fool, chat. Do you hear it now? Come on, broski, I'm leaving. Before we go, did you encounter the malignant entity? Her eyes narrow. No. I had the channel muted to start the stream and never unmuted it. I didn't want the intro pretzel music interfering with the music from the game. I still heard the music because it feeds into my monitor, but you guys weren't hearing it because I had the gaming PC muted. Fuck me. That's why it was so loud in my ears too. Is when I mute a channel, it gets louder in my headphones. My bad. The malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of those two idiots with the jackets and this woman are the only thing you've missed. The malignant entity that lives inside the chimney, it takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on, ever since I first saw her. You mean the chimney that's part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from there. Yes, I've heard that it's enormous. She's barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing up there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. She shivers. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do me a favor, and do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. If you're really interested in cracking the mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you should yell into it or something, or make some noise. You'll think of something you always do. Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery too. Fucking professional streamer, chat. I had a few more questions about the curse. Okay, but please, only a few questions. She peers out the curtains. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. How does it manifest itself? A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store. The curse is so much worse than you could possibly imagine. It's a disease eating away at the very foundation. Her voice drops to a whisper. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. And she peers at the curtains again. Didn't that curtain just move? Annette mentioned the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles. It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with some supernatural here. It's a cocoa demons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building. I can tell you, ever since I arrived, I sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. Sounds familiar. What does it mean? I feel unwanted too. Truly so? Her eyes narrow as she tries to read on your energy. Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in here too long. It may be dangerous. Why didn't you just tell me right away that there's a curse? It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, she shivers. It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them. Physical instrument. Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up. If you ever sought any help from anyone. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains. Is your pendant a part of the wards as well? Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet blessed by a desert pygmy shaman with a spell of compulsion. It is to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had a book anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%. What about the wards on the back door? Are they Simonese as well? Yes, these are Simonese to craft, very crafty with their wards, extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here. Susan! Looking for a book about cockatoos. Should be one upstairs right next to the bookshelf of biographies. What if I want to buy a book? Goodness, you were already doing good browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? She fiddles with her pendant, then waves her bony fingers directly at you. Don't you feel compelled? Go back there. Get back there. The book awaits you. What kind of books do you have? Everything on the shelves. Take a look for yourself. She gently nudges her glasses. The shelves compel you, don't they? Do you even know what books you have for sale? She scoffs. Truth be told, not really. My sister brings most of them in. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with very well-written prose, but you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories. Where do we learn about the important things then? Truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand. She nods at you cryptically. Well, now I hate her. Oh, shit. Okay. Is your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right? Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job? Of course. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Yes. Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? 10. She is polite and helpful. My precious. My precious. Her dedication brings joy to my heart. She's immensely satisfied with the answer. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. This lady is Karen. This is the lady that needs Jangle Bigums to provide written assurance of your pet policy. And the pet is her daughter. Annette is quite the trooper. She's a great value add. As a young girl should be. With a proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future. Let's change the subject. Oh, God. Okay, let's see. She's chewing her nails. God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is part of life and a part of hers too. I don't think there's anything she can do about it. Well, she can if she has enough willpower. That's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks. Okay, boomer. Oh, it's not an option. Granted, they wrote this thing a while ago. Come on, ma'am. It's oh, Kim's getting in. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You're placing an unnecessary burden on a young child. What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. Yeah, it's super all right for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. No okay boomer option, 0 out of 10, literally unplayable. What you're doing is wrong, even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. This person is coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It is not easy. All of a sudden, she exhales sharply, her shoulders slump down. Oh no, she mutters. Hold on, I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. She returns with a nod. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. She stops, but her mouth keeps moving. Every time I play this game, I just hung a net and tried to take her away from this greedy woman. Sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the same way she treats Annette. You're like Annette to your husband. And your mother. Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband, she shakes her head. My husband is completely different, of course. Is this husband Annette's father? Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here, she says gloomily. No matter, soon we'll both be off for the Grand Couronne. It is a proper place to live, one of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. Her smile is wide. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead, for sure. Your husband's also involved with the bookstore. He's made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner. Only child? Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... She pauses for a second. No, we could only have afforded... we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. Of course, this economy. She agrees wholeheartedly. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore. Pleasance nods. She's been too busy helping me here, so she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I, of all people, understand the importance of education. She'll be back in school the moment the store takes off. And hell freezes over. Never mind, it's not a good topic of conversation. Woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette. Alright. Well, let's take our fuck the world jacket upstairs and find a book on cockatoos. No, I do not want to buy that book. At all. That is a very expensive... Oh. From A to Zreek, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird's calling out the book title, From A to Zreek, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. What's coming after BioShock Infinite? Asshole Geralt. A playthrough of Witcher 3's main campaign where we're just the worst fucking possible version of ourselves. We got what many people consider to be one of the good endings for Witcher 3, so I'm gonna see what one of the shittier endings is. We're going to see what happens when we force Geralt to be utterly, likely, I'm gonna guess, utterly alone at the end. And probably try to kill off as many people as possible. What about, let's see, flip through the pages. Turns out there are so many different cockatoo species and they all have behavioral problems. What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper? It is a must-have if you own a cockatoo. They're quite capricious. How stealthy am I? If I try to steal it and I get caught, can I still buy it? I really want to know about my heraldic bird. Oh, I can retry this? Yeah, let's save some money. Hell yeah. You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. She's not looking at you. You haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort. Oh wait, there's stuff that's in here too. Ask about Ruby in the village. Investigate the doomed commercial area. Give me that guide to cockatoos. Let's interact. A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest found on the Seminine Islands and in South Face a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang-bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated. Alright, what problems do these birds have? Where to begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up. So cockatoos are Twitch streamers. I'm a cockatoo. I'm a cockatoo. I'm a cockatoo. I can handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk to when I'm feeling lonely. Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility of recurring issues. Too forgetful, I will fucking ban you if you ever make fun of me again. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream nonstop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive. That is pretty bad. We're all cockatoos. I love when you put on the big face cam, Taffy. But there has to be something great about cockatoos as well, right? You're right, cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Must hurt, and it's not great for the neighbors. Read about the funeral cockatoo. This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus funerus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. The bird looks as if it's dressed for a funeral 24/7, and there's something indisputably ominous about it. Tell me about the major majestic. If you make fun of me for banning you, you'll ban me the next time I say anything. That's fucking it. You're out. Now you stay here and watch me for at least 2 hours while I prounce and preen and devour all of your attention. Read about the major majestic cockatoo.
This is the story
Crazed
of the
Pixel,
newest
tier
denizen
1,
of the
2
cave.
years, says, hell yeah, work me, the hell yeah, work mean I can resub here. Work means I can resub here. At least that's one good thing I've got going for me. Crazed Pixel, welcome back. Love, love, love. I sure appreciate the support. I appreciate the 2 years. I hope work goes well. It's fucking cold in my office today. It feels great. I fell asleep in Canberra with the windows open once. I woke up to wild cockatoos fucking screaming right outside the window. Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle, its pink-colored wings and flowered crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white. Read about the common bang-bang cockatoo. Despite its banging name, the bang-bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species. Common in almost all Simonese forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world, its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Simonese name bang-bang is thought to have been onomatopoeic origins. This bird does sound a bit like me. Yes, but all the cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you? I mean, it feels like major... The gray and common bang bang, that's me. The funeral cockatoo in its darkness can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul. Isn't it obvious? The major majestic, here I come. But what if I am just a fuck-up-a-too? A fuck-up and a cockatoo? I feel like it's major majestic, yeah? That one sounded good. I liked that one. That one was... Well, I'm not going to scroll all the way back up there. That's the one that drew me in. It's got verdant plumage. I'm number 4. The fuck-up-a-too. Also, bang bang shrimp sound really good. Alright, I'm going for the major majestic. I have found my heraldic bird. You're right. You are majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your heraldry. Neat. That was that entire quest. Done. Mark that one off the list. Solve murder. Find your heraldic bird. Knock that one off the list. Dude, Ghost Cubby, I would kill for, like, hopefully. Fingers crossed I'm gonna get 10 hours of sleep tomorrow. Can I get any more maps? Off to sleep now. New meds mess with me a bit. Yo, Tatsuya, I hope you get good rest. Alright, I can't get any more of the maps. Holy shit, I am hauling ass. Alright, so we're gonna go down and yell into the furnace, huh? We did lift these over our head. Do they, oh, okay, hold on. Do they want us to lift them again? Or can we lift them again? It smells like leather and sweat. Okay. Nope, I've lifted it. It is, for all intents and purposes, I think, done. Oh, we're having a thought. Looks like the remains of the 24-hour window repair shop. Wait, didn't we get down, like, further down here before? Well, you know what? Screw it. If we're having a hard time getting down here from this direction, we can always go from the other way. Gonna be a cockatoo in the furnace. As part of the reason we don't celebrate Valentine's Day anymore is because I asked Amber one time if I could do a cockatoo in the furnace, and she was not. Just barking up the wrong tree, man.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Math. She looks into her homework with trepidation. It's really difficult. Like, really? They say you needed to get rich better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Suddenly she smiles and perks up, remembering something. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. She gives you a hat almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears in the covers, like a thanks for helping me out. Not me, the city, I mean. Like a detective does. Where'd you get it? Just what Dick Mullen would ask. She lowers her voice. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go back there. Is it a fedora? It's a detective hat. Just like the one Dick Mullins has. You'll have to be more serious with that. Suddenly, she looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. Man, this is hard. Damn. We did get a hat, though, apparently. A Dick Mullen hat. It's a fedora. Encyclopedia. What's my hat right now? I do like logic, but this one doesn't have any negatives to perception. Holy shit, we look awesome. Let's go back to our found jacket. Oh yeah, no. We'll go back to this one because it's all pluses. That's actually a Trilby streamer. M'lady. I don't want to buy shit. It's all so expensive. I haven't found any money just like this is the part of the nice thing about raising perception is that we've just found money laying all over the ground. We have not found money laying all over the ground today. Holy shit! What a good stretch! I don't know what that horn is. wish I had my house shoes. My feet are the only thing that's cold right now. It's gonna be weird not having a body inside the bear. Alright, well, let's give this a shot. Our physical instrument is very good. I gotta take a piss. Fuck this game. Fuck Saturdays. Fuck this. Your throat can produce little more than a dry croak. Awkward since you already had a drink. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimneys seems to continue as before. You have made no impression of whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there. I have to put a point into physical instrument to open that up again. I'm fucking livid right now. Okay. What else can we try to do since this suddenly is no longer available to us? I guess we can go back into the apartments and proceed to tell the old lady. What it says damaged ledger, but I don't know where my ledger is. Set of tracks. We don't need to look at that again, I suppose as long as we're here, it says to try it again. Oh, it's so stupidly frustrating. I'm borderline actually irritated right now. Ugh. That was the only outcome I couldn't overcome. I could have rolled a 1 and a 2 and I would have been fine. Alright, well, we're on a roll. We're doing very well. There's nothing else to figure out. I don't know what it wants me to look at. I don't want to talk to Cuno. Fuck Cuno. I'm so not in the mood for Cuno shit right now. Not in the mood for Cuno shit at the moment. It keeps saying that we can retry this one too, but this one seems well outside our purview. Yeah, conceptualization, we can't put... Maybe it's just because we haven't finished whatever that is. Maybe it means the tracks like the motor carriage tracks. What if that's now not available to us? Yeah, set of tracks. That's motor carriage tracks, not footprints. Gotcha. Damaged ledger. I don't know why it keeps saying to figure out the damaged ledger. There's like nothing for us. I don't even know where it is. Map wall we can't get done. Lillian, the net picker. Yeah, there's the. I don't even think the tattoos, map, mug, chewing gum, guide to cockatoos, book, handwritten note, 16 days book. Maybe it's in our items now? No. Tools? There it is. Interact. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Let's try it again. Hey, barely. You find a way to piece let's see. Find together a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB41, date of initialization, the time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. Example, HDB41 120117. Next world mural. That is the officer precinct. That is our precinct. Every last alphanumeric in the file begins with, these are your case files. It's safe to say the HDB are your initials, Harrier Dubois. That's fine. I give up on Raphael. That's comforting to hear. The next, now detective, it takes half an hour a piece to piece one of these together if you still want to. Here are your options. The next world mural. This one's relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 12/02, a mural appears on the 8-story tenement building overlooks central Jamrock. The building is sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us now. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk get clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the Belle Actrices have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains unknown. Ever find out who came up with it? The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. Read on. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and the Villa Lobos, half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case began with what appears to be a lot of rumbling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given the choice between the two, keep the mural, it is right. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love is truly possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us. All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter and an agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next? I can revisit this. Alright, so we got these case files we can read that will give us a little bit of experience, but it's also burning through our daylight. I might do this at like nighttime when people have gone away and we just need something to do to kill time. I might even see what happens if we stay up all night. We've never done that before. We force ourselves to go to sleep each night. What if we just read through the night until the next day starts? I wonder if that has an effect. I'm sure that has an effect, but I've never seen it. Alright, so this is where we're going. This is where we're going to find apartment 20 so that we can share the bad news about finding this chick's husband. Not this one, but a woman's husband dead.
Give me a moment.
Looking for Billy Majon. Do you know where she lives? She narrows her pale gray eyes. It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find Majon's in the apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of the doors on the balcony. Thanks, I'm off. Chat, I'm getting hungry. What do I want to do for lunch today? I'm by myself. I don't have to feed anybody else. I have a break between this stream and the team stream on Bloody's channel. I do have an awful lot of pudding. Oh, she said balcony. And I just came up here like an idiot.
Have you come to admire my mural?
God, you struggled to get that out, lady. The bemusement in her voice doesn't mask the genuine tenderness. Piss and fuck the world send their best. They seem to hold you in high esteem. They'll never be skulls, but she softens. Their hearts are in the right place. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Fat chance, but you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. Alright, how about that? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock, but in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulcher. We'll paint it red. We'll bring the raucous. You bring the sirens. What is it with the skulls and cooperation? They have to be the nicest violent street gang in all of Revachol. Alright, this is not where I was meant to be. Apartment 20 is on the other side. We have been in all these places. Balcony, that's what I was looking for. You know what? I'll check with the jacket before I leave. D. I'll put the jacket on before I leave. Oh, it's this one. This one's been locked up until now. Something smells good. Soup a loinen. Go ahead and knock. This is a door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work. Maybe we should discuss this before we should move on. What should we expect? You're right. Let's talk this through. You hear light footsteps passing by the door. Folk music playing on the radio. We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased as the husband of Billy Mae Jean. We need to confirm this as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason it's often called the most stressful part of our job. That's why it's done in pairs. You've got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to react or act if necessary. Any advice? Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't. Good advice. All right, let's do it. Knock.
Hello? Who is it?
A voice calls out from the other side of the door. Look at the lieutenant. He gives you a short, encouraging nod.
The police? A moment, please. Give us a moment.
You hear her shuffling inside, tidying up nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door is open.
Housekeeping. Fuck me, I am really hungry. Burp. And burpee. We're going to investigate your home. Empty pack of cigarettes. Same brand of cigarettes you found next to the deceased. Package of humanitarian aid macaronis. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Chalk-drawn height chart for children's growth over the years. A textbook for high school mathematics, trigonometry mostly. A clock's ticking away with odd cheerfulness. Ticking makes you anxious. Rings hollow in the room. Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the wall. Alright, well. Your husband is dead and I know how you feel.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her face.
I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea, lemonade? We're out of coffee.
Lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them with his handkerchief now. You are on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead? Thanks, but I'm alright. Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up from the station if that's what. She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face. Something changes in her expression. No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it? Do we just jump in on it? I think we just jump in on it. I think asking her more questions will bring this number down. You've done this before, keep your focus. Ma'am, I am very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Mejean, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. She blinks. What did you say? A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins. Your husband, Victor Mejean, is dead. I am very sorry for your loss, ma'am. Oh, she touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater. But he was just... She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray. But he was just here, alive. We understand this comes across as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner, he points to you, are here for you. If you have any questions, take your time, ma'am. What happened to him? She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. It's still early to say, but at first glance it appears like he slipped and hit his head. It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head. Still early to say. Was he drunk? Alcohol may have played a role, yes. I see. She withdraws, trying to picture the scene, and you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there? If you say 2 days, maybe it will be etched in her mind forever. It's hard to say at this point. She blinks, her eyes welling up with tears as her hands start searching for something from her pockets of her dress. Kim hands her handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away her tears. Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, family member, maybe someone who could be here for you? No, I just need to tell my girls. The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly. It burns like acid. God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home? No, a day. Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow. Good, that's probably the right thing. Thank you. She nods with a wretched expression. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him? We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here is the number in case you want to contact him earlier. Very good call. He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information. Is there anything else the police can do for you? No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... She rubs her face, runs her fingers over her cheeks that have become numb. Thank you. She looks down. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if... And then she runs out of breath. These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give soon. She is already starting to shake. Again, I am very sorry, ma'am. The lieutenant nods at the woman, then looks back at you, his voice lowered. We should step outside and talk. Set the library card by her and leave the room. Damn, this was a completely optional quest that just kind of fell in our lap. And this has probably been the most emotionally resonant jab that I've seen.
You did well.
Oh, thanks, Kim. The lieutenant says as soon as you've left the apartment building, the balcony feels cool and quiet, the stunning view over the district. Now what? I'll call the station when we've finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased. That's it? That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. What about Billy and her kids? They'll manage. Right then, case is closed. Crazy, it feels weird to button up cases on this. So bizarre. Yeah, everyone else sucks. But that was, yeah. That was sad. That was a sad, sad exchange. Fuck the world, baby. Fuck the world. That's how I feel right now. Alright, let's go see if the, I am sincerely curious to see if the jacket does anything. So let's run the jacket past hot emo artist chick from the scuzz. This isn't just a 5-pointed star, it's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words. Inspect the symbol. Look out, Kim, there are communists around here. I'll keep my armistice handy, detective. Inspect the symbol closer. The star and antlers were developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century later, the star and antlers retain the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. Why is the star upside down? To symbolize the toppling of the old order. What's the deal with the antlers? The wreath and antlers represented the natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. Why white? Because white is the color of peace. What does it evoke in me? Finished thought. Communism is the ideology of gutless intellectuals and clueless university students. They don't care about the real working man. In other words, it doesn't mean a thing to true Revochelonians. Neat, that was a thought I had. Okay. That was a thought I processed. Brother. Comrade. Alright, let's see if this makes any difference. Me thinks it won't, but still.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
No, it doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference. That would have been cool, but I would have imagined as such. But now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Go, Joe. Oh, good. Amber and the boys are safe in Norfolk, chat. We did it. Oh, okay. Amber and the boys are safe in Norfolk. I can watch loud porn. I can. I may load up some VR stuff, baby. I am on my own for 2 days. Woo, Norfolk. It doesn't make sense to me at all that they adopted that pronunciation of Norfolk. They're not, it's not New England. It would make sense, I guess, if it was like Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver? He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, and then looks away. I don't want to talk about that. I don't give a shit, dog. Did you see this today? I fucked up on Reddit about the guy who watched VR porn of his wife's sister. Did he not know that his wife's sister was doing VR porn? I had a girlfriend, well, it was an ex-girlfriend at that point, but I had an ex-girlfriend at one point who said she got in an argument with her next boyfriend because he found, he was browsing porn one day and found a video where the woman in it, he was so convinced it was, I guess, our mutual ex. He was so convinced it was my ex that he actually pulled her into the room to, like, confront her about if she had ever been in pornographic films before. I was like, damn, dude. You're a pretty aggressive consumer of the product, but get super upset when you think you might know one of the people in it. They didn't last. I gotta imagine that when she felt compelled to find me as an ex-boyfriend and be like, this fucking guy, and I was like, yeah, he's probably not gonna make it. I don't remember the details, but she left him. It was back and forth posts between them for a while. Damn. This guy knows Ruby, no doubt. Just play dumb for now. Get everything out of him you can. Why, do you know something? Man, I was hoping it wasn't going to be her. He bites his lip. All I can say is she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker and I don't know where she is. Who is this person? What's her name? Thank God I don't know. People around here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret from me too. I can see why. Who is she to you? A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She was someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? What does she look like? A youngish woman, gruff but in a cool way. What color hair? Blue and violet dyed. He answers reluctantly. It was violet when she got here, blue when she went. She may have dyed it again. Maybe she dyed it red. Titus said Ruby's hair was red. I asked you a bunch of questions, dog, and you turned me down. I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it wasn't her, that she wouldn't be mixed up in it. He still is hoping. He was wishful thinking on his part, not trickery. When did she leave? Damn, I don't want to. He looks you straight in the eye. Please just let it go. Wherever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much. We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? It's all part of an investigation. He shakes his head. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. It won't come to that. He won't pursue her on this. Or we won't pursue her on this. This is information only. I don't believe you. Believe us, it really is. I just can't, man. I'm not naive. You said she's troubled. How? She's got a darkness in her. A young person's darkness when you think it's all over and you're looking for a way out. She shared this with you? Yes, which is why I don't want to snitch on her. Come on, man. Life's just a joke. It's not snitching, it's just a few questions. It's snitching, man. I know what it is. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. She told me too. She had a violent life, but I wasn't afraid of her, more like afraid for her. Does violent life include drug trafficking? Well, it looks like it did now, but we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. Her mind? The way it worked, it was the trouble it was giving her. The pain it was causing her. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Fuck, man, go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out. He's right, there are other options. The race man, for one. Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not a time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for an investigation too. It's important. I can't blow it. You're not gonna put a bullet in my head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man. I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy. We'll try the other ways first. We'll try the other ways first. Thank you, friend. He sighs. It's a big relief. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes too. I have to put points in empathy to get that one again. That's fine. Let's try. Okay, well, first let's try. God damn, there's like no money to be found right now. Let's see if this crazy bitch knows about her. This one who thinks she's in a movie.
Loman.
Looking for Ruby.
At an opportune moment. This awful weather gives me away. You can entertain me with your questions.
Looking for Ruby. She cups her ear and leans forward. Did you just call me a lady? God damn, man. If you want to know more about Ruby, this is a dead end. She's only heard the word lady and latched onto it. You can push on if you're interested in that, though. Aren't you a lady? The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout. I'm a lady like you're Gabriel Benguero. Only in dreams. I'm terrifying to small children and those who used to know me. Sweet. Oh, simp. The woman stares at you. Her mind elsewhere now on other matters. Sweet. Nice chat. Oh. Oh, I thought that was something to pick up. Damn. Yeah, Dionysus Cat. I nailed karaoke is one of the last things I did the last time we played this. This racist motherfucker will sell Ruby out. Apparently he didn't like her.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver? He smirks. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, alright then. Then why are you smirking? Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything. So who does? The lady driver? No, the lieutenant turns to me, turns to the lorryman. He means La Puta Madre. The name sounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You feel, get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this. For a moment, the lorryman is silent. He spits on the pavement. Yeah, him. Cross your arms and nod. And I presume you're, familiar with his peons? Peones? Yeah, he says, unsure where this is leading. They're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions. Not just the unions, he has peones everywhere. Yo, I'm about to give this guy a length of my peones. Some say he even has them in the RCM. He gets closer to him. Dirty fucking peones who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts. Lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this. Say nothing. Cats has officially closed its run with a $25 million loss. Way too many people paid to see that. Dude, Legolush, I wanted to go see it, but it's just because I heard that it was one of those things that in 20 years, like, you'll be able to see it on DVD. You'll be able to see it on streaming and go, what is this nightmare shit show? But it's like Showgirls. Like, there's a band of people who will look at each other and just nod knowingly when they say that they saw it. Yeah, Dee said, I saw it on edibles. It was amazing. There are going to be people that went drunk or high or stoned or tripping balls or just to share in the morbid curiosity of that train wreck. And they're going to be able to look at each other and just nod because they saw that shit 6 or 7 at a time in theaters, you know? Had I the means, I would have liked to have been one of those. Yeah, if you saw Super Mario Brothers in theater, I don't know that you've got a wide berth to fit through there. Yeah, it was a beautiful train wreck that I would have loved to have seen. You're not peones? You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were. Oh no, of course we're not. We're not peones. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peones job to find out who that is. He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching. Not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. He looks at him, but a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way protecting this fucking thief. His eyes dart between you and the lieutenant. I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the lorrymen and the Carters Guild. You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor out there. The lieutenant points to the yard. Did his shitty little guild protect him? Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you... He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. We on drogas? Cletus, what's going on, brother? Cletus, what do I want to eat for lunch today? It's getting to be... I'm at 11:18. I can num now. Lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Alright, here we go. Wait, can I change clothes? Can I put on tough guy clothes? I can't. Fuck. Here we go. Ah. Men like this only respect 2 things: strength and fear. I know you want tamales, but teleportation isn't here yet. Oh, that sounds fucking good. Time to turn up the volume. Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Fuck you, I told you I'm not gonna. There, his voice grows smaller. His voice grows smaller as yours. Oh, how do we do this? This is gonna be delicious. I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life. Okay. In fairness, let's read the rest. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it to the burn it down. You hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. Oh, I'm going to fuck you for the rest of my life. Do you understand? Fucking homo cop. A globule of sweat gathers at his brow. Look, fuck you, man. He tries to wave you off. It's some lorry down there, green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is. When did she go away? I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't seen her for days. Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face. Where exactly is her lorry? Past the monument down there, he waves south, the green tempo. Now leave me the fuck alone. You little squished head looking idiot. Oh, fuck you forever. A small tempo by the monument green. He turns to you. Let's get into that lorry. Shit yeah, dude. I want to high five Kim so fucking hard right now. Looks like you got his adrenaline up too. Hell yeah. Gonna oil rig this racist truck driver. That was fucking spectacular. I'm kind of riled up if I'm being honest. That kind of got me fucking amped. Alright, the jam mystery. We can go search through her stuff. And then done. Shit, I should have been a cop. I'd have been a terrible cop. I'd have been a good lawyer. I'd have been a terrible cop. As it turns out, I would have been a terrible soldier. We worked through that collectively. You know what? As long as we're standing right here, let's go disclose our thoughts to Measurehead. I'm going to fuck you for the rest of my life. Ugh.
The unpromising race pupil return.
Let's go to that. Wait, I don't think I have to do that one again. Okay, let's do that. I think I know what the race enigma is. And it's shit. I just wanted to get into the harbor. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. This is just something you shock people with, liberal and progressive people. It's whatever I want it to be. It's a free association language exercise, degenerate race hero. I don't know about the rest of it, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Ilmarin mind poison algal. This dump is ready to be superseded by the Aeropagite superstar or superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop. I feel like we just hit him with the old I feel like we just hit him with the old go fuck yourself, right? We're on a roll right now. We're asserting ourselves. It's the fedora. Oh, well, the trilby. Sorry. I know you guys, some of you are gonna get upset. Save? I can't save. I can't save while I'm in conversation. We're in it to win it right now. That's actually a fedora? Well, I'll let chat discuss the merit of Trilby versus Fedora here. Fuck 'em. Look, babe, the disco dancing degenerate has run out of cocaine to shoot into his arms. This has made him short-fused and impolite. Underneath the posturing, there is dread. Coke has really fucked him over, Jean. The woman looks half bored. He turns to you. You could have used this opportunity to overcome your narrow, Al Ghul-ravaged identity. Instead of unlocking the race enigma, you attempted to add to it unsuccessfully. Take solace from the fact that these thoughts he points to your head will never entirely leave your brain. It'll be with you on the day you die, the only germ of heroism in your body. Now go. I have beauty and truth to discuss with my woman. Damn, Jean, how are you so romantic? The woman swoons. Measurehead's amazing. Well, at least we got that done and we got the experience points for it. Ah, shit, as long as we're up here. Once we go south, we're not coming back. Once we go south, we're not coming back. So let's talk to Everard while we're here. Let's get that done. Ooh. I'm noticing things. A giant ass print on the pillow and the pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. That's all we really have to look over right now. I think we might have the opportunity to go try to convince, it sounds stupid, but it's an option, to convince one of the shipping containers to open up. Damn, dog, we're gonna end up using our savings to pay for this. We're gonna end up using our savings to pay for this hotel room tonight because we have found no money on today's venture. How'd you find my gaming chair? These are the ladies out there, every 19-year-old that added a spoiler to their used Camrys trying to find. Alright, here we go. 3% chance. All we gotta do is roll boxcars. Please come be open. No, it did not. I did not persuade the boxcar to be open, chat. I am bad at persuading inanimate objects to open up. Alright, Everard. I'm feeling more confident today. This is not a fishing rod, is it? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail. The golden boy returns once more. Wonderful, simply wonderful, Harry. He claps his hands together like a child who's been offered cotton candy. Of course, I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. He nods to the lieutenant, smiling broadly. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun. Nothing is off the table. The fact that you can actually do that makes me want to play this game. Try to convince a box to open by asking it nicely. Yeah, this game is a mindfuck. Judging from how happy he is, it looks like you did it. He doesn't appear to suspect trickery. Well done, sire. By guile and deceit you're in. Can I get my gun now? Harry, I've got to be honest with you. He turned solemn. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done. Fine. Where is it? An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out. Fuck. So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy, from Wah. Yep, the same one. I've seen. You've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. He smiles, shakes his head in wonderment. Crazy stuff, Harry, selling your gun like that. Wild. Anyway, Union boys are gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't you worry, Harry. The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardieres Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building. Waving the gun around does not sound good. None of this does. Was she... I want to know who this is. Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're going to have to go in blind, Harry, but she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? She calls herself the Pigs. There it is again. The Pigs, like Wah said. Not good at all. I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig. A smile flickers at the corner of his mouth. It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction. Was she waving it at people? As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for the details, he smiles. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry, no one got hurt. Can you set up a meeting? New task, confront the pigs and get your gun back. I already have. He holds out his index finger. Tonight starting at 2200 near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, he clasps his hands. Back to the fun stuff. She will be out there from 2200 till 2 in the morning. More fun stuff. He looks at you. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do. I got the signatures. I know you plan to force them out with construction noise. Harry, he shakes his head. By now, you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in the quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces. So the village is doomed, the lieutenant says grimly. You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, nothing left. But mark my word, officers, he slams his fist on the table, causing some of the coffee to spill. We are going to reset it. Reset, he repeats himself. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce. What do you mean? Harry, imagine a youth center, supermarket, church complex employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with the enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. He leans forward. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on. And life. Nod. I knew you were a man of the people, Evart. And I knew you were one too, Harry. Right when you rolled into town, I've got the center, I've got the room for retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry, the wheels of progress. The post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There's kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on. There's true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. The pain is true. He's seen the kids do worse than that. Sounds like you've got this. You can rely on my vote. I'm not gonna... This man terrifies me. Biggest communism builder is my achievement I just unlocked. It's hidden underneath me down here. Oh, I do, Harry. I really do. He crosses his arms on his chest. I'm gonna make the working man richer than Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job, just like yours is to keep the peace. Did you order the hangman killed? Order it. You know my men didn't kill him. They told you it was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself, and I'm too old and fat for that. What did you gain from getting dead? Why, a war, of course. And what do you have to gain from a war? Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war. They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for them? Afraid for your men, sorry. Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1, and that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, we could, and with public opinion on our side, we could hold off 2 men or 15 men or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them. The fascists hate them. Even the moralists think they're in bad tastes. Techie Gamer, thank you for the host. I didn't ask him why he's so fat. I really don't want to poke the bear on this. Anybody who looks like Michael Gambon in his youth scares the shit out of me. How is this connected to the strike? Harry, there is no strike, only war, class war, or in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait, he pauses and rubs his chin. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take it all for the people and fuck Wild Pines. The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often. So that's why you haven't let Joyce in. Yes, it's also why I let the midget Gamont go on. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance. What? Her tits from her asshole. It's a local saying. Why are you telling me your plans? Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It doesn't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. Why are you so fat? Everard unhinges his jaw and swallows you whole. Who killed the hangman? No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him. He really doesn't know. How do you know it's a guy? I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the union. Maybe it was the mob, or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know. How many of your guys are in the union? 2,372, he replies like a whip. Plus yours truly, of course. And they're all well motivated, at least the ones you've seen. How are you going to fund your new independent harbor? Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contracts we'll lose once poo-poo hits the fan? The clients who will ditch us? Harry, we've thought of everything. We've been running back-channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams. That's drugs! That's drugs, chat. Drug trafficking. Thank you, Kim. Drug trafficking. Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samarin Isla. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industries running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities. God, that sounds shady. Digging it, Everett. Gotta say, I'm digging this part. So am I. The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad. He makes air quotes. Has bad optics. May be illegal in some countries. The Debardees union, however, were all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. He slams his fist onto the desk once more so your sick kid can get benafed. And your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off as Rizberzol. And the kids on the street can get speed and pyroholidon. I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kisaragi. Sometimes I grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned, he smiled. He smiles, but if I were to supply ingredients to some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the union took a fantastic share, and I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez. Makes sense to regulate the drug trade like this, keeps it out of more dangerous hands. Oh, Harry, you've misunderstood. I've no drugs in my hands. He raises both hands, palms open. It's all far removed from me, like some half-remembered dream. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would be only a small part of the harbor's turnover, like the harbor is a small part of Martinez. Go on. Let's look at the big picture, Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music, young mothers who want to start businesses, models who want to walk catwalks, and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place into Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight. Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it. Hold on, I don't want to look at the big picture. I want to take a look at the drug trade you almost admitted to. No, Harry, that's boring. He sighs. All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw material trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of the revenue. I'm cutting it. Boys, he looks around in the container. Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and the many-sided business ventures now? It's a bold new vision of incorporating socialism I'm offering. Very ambitious, baby. Love what you're doing for the working man. Yeah, this guy is just flooding us with experience points 5 at a time. Thank you, Harry. Thank you. He bows courteously at the chair. You have no idea how much it means to me because in many ways you are that working man. You have already done so much work. Can I ask about specific union members? We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. His eyes are shining. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He points to the door. He loves to run his mouth on such matters, but I'm in the big time mode. I'm in big time mode, Harry. That's it for now. Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debardees union. Suddenly, there's sadness in his tone. This, he points to you, then to himself, has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open. Do I still have more questions about the harbor? I mean, can I really push him? Can I, like, push him down a different... Oh, no, I can't. I'm not going to be able to get him back in on talking about the drug trade. Reg, what's going on, man? Damn, I only have 20 minutes left. Fuck me, this went fast. I can't believe we've been live for 3.5 hours, dude. This game eats time. Well, let's get down and check out the lorry, I guess. Yeah, today, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we quarantined this to Saturdays. Because I will only play this on Saturdays. Like, if we don't have a team stream next Saturday, I can play this for 9 hours. And we can just sit and read. Like, we can just sit and read and be completely, like, immersed in it and not have to, like, Isaac leading in or whatever. So, is this the guy that's the micro? And spread the good word of communism.
I need to be back to talk with O'Lear here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larisse said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And a lot of folks really did keep coming back.
I like Leo. Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter? Sure, mister, absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself. He smiles his disarming smile and looks you deep in the eye. Leo, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone. Holy shit, there are so many people to ask him about. Mr. Everard doesn't really want me to talk to you about union guys, but who do you want to talk about? Who's this Edgar guy you keep mentioning? Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everard's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does, but he's a very smart fellow, very smart indeed. He's always away on some union business, not even in Revachol, they say. Don't interrupt. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everard's turn to look after the union, but last year he spent the whole winter in South Safra. He chuckles, left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again. Little guy chuckles again. Tell me about Manana? Union man through and through, good guy. He falls silent, hesitating. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everyone likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better. Oil for the wheels, much needed in stressful times like these. What about Measurehead? Oh, he's really something. The little man starts laughing. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. He suddenly falls quiet. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to his mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believed Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that. It's precisely what he is. He's Everard's dragon. What about Titus? Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on the boat, they say. Little man rubs a patch on his elbow. This guy's Letterkenny. This guy's Letterkenny in Revachol. Oh, that Titus, he sure is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. Rubs a little patch on his elbow. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell ya. Nice, friendly sort of old Titus. Nice, friendly sort old Titus is. Tell me about Everard. Best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everard would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister, if there's anything. The ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Apocalyptic, what's going on, man? God, I got 17 minutes before I wrap up. Tell me about Renee, the night guard. Oh, he's a peculiar fellow, Leo. Looks at the guard booth on the wall. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays pentacue with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Renee. They lived on the same street their entire lives, even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. He chuckles again. Strange fellows, but Mr. Martin was always real nice to me. I remember once... Hold up, Gaston was your human studies teacher. Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then. Alright, that's all we got for Leo, man. Made it in before the end. Oh god, we have so much more to do, but like look at how much we shortened our to-do list, man. And we didn't even really leave the area. I could put another thought. I could put the last thought in, but I actually feel like I want to put a point in something. Oh god, this is so stupid. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm leveling up physical instrument because we failed that stupid furnace test, and frankly, that's been the most disappointing part of my day. Was that all we had to do was not roll snake eyes, and then we rolled snake eyes, and they needed us to put points into physical flippin' instrument so that we could try the furnace again. And frankly, I'm not happy that I just did what I did. But I also very badly need to know what's going on with the haunted bookstore. I need to know what's going on in the haunted bookstore. We haven't made any money on this day of this run. I don't think we've spent any real, but we haven't found any real just laying around either. Gonna save scum this time? No. I don't think save scumming. Save scumming to me, I don't know. I'd rather just have, like, if they wanted me to have multiple opportunities on something, they'd give me multiple opportunities on something. If, in this situation, I accidentally nearly max out a point trying to make it happen.
Right to work! Right to...
Then I'm gonna work under the assumption that that's what the game designers wanted me to do. In my own time, maybe. Maybe I would, frankly. Oh, this is the green lorry. This might be the last thing we get done today. I'm sure as shit not gonna make it down into Fishtown. This green found AZ Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This must be the the one they told us about unless he was lying. Try to peek inside the window. The glass on the side of the windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them. Try the handle. The door's locked. The handle looks shiny like it's been recently replaced. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design. How are we going to get this open, Kim? Let's get the pry bar from my Kanema and smash the window. We don't have the pry bar. I broke it. Really? This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder. Well, that's a problem. We don't have a pry bar anymore. Do you have another pry bar in your Kanema? I can't just use the chain cutters to break it open? I guess let's go see if he's got another pry bar, if it's just repopulated. Maybe he picked up another one after we broke the last one. He was down at the police station. There's supposed to be some... Yeah. Oh, there's a pry bar. Cold and heavy like the truth. Feel like you're reunited with the truth once more. Push in the toolbox. Close the door and leave. So I have a second pry bar now. Is this somehow a better pry bar than the one I previously broke? I don't think it is. Still, though. We will save. We will save. I guess he grabbed another department issue pry bar to replace the one we broke. God damn it. I am very strong. Okay. With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lorry Cabin. Say fuck the police and then smash it. The window shatters and the droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering all over the lorry floor and pavement. Subtle, says the lieutenant and sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief and then opens it. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the box and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. Gavin! What's going on, man? Welcome. I unfortunately have about 11 minutes left. And then I gotta wrap up. I have a Team Catalyst stream at 1 o'clock and I gotta get some lunch. We'll be playing Monopoly on Bloody Faster's channel. But I can't not finish this game, so I'm playing it on Saturdays now. There is something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. Admire the posters. There are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of ambrette wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. What is that smell? The remnants of sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Granat number 5. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph runs across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, This actress really does look a lot like Klasia. She may have been right about this Ruby after all. Enough of the posters. This actor's the rare actor. I'll smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and the toolbox sits underneath the driver's seat. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. Kim leans forward to the radio and hums. Strange, there are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. Why would anyone need so many radio stations for contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example? He flicks the switch on the radio. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organizational tool, the nerve center of a huge operation with quite a range too. A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now. Is there anything we can do with the radio? It doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key. Check the pedals. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like a few tools are lying around here. A hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench have been casually thrown under here by a disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. Looks like the let's acknowledge this. Novel technique, says Kim. Sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration, one sole smoother than the other, which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. So Ruby really was running a complex operation out of her lorry. Confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade. Now at least we can ask Titus about some more concrete questions about it. Peel off the cover of the passenger seat. Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. Its Revachol, some of its routes and highways have been outlined with pen. Bon prix. Bon prix? Is that right? Those who speak French in the audience? The lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. Fold open the topmost map. This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading into Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on an off-ramp at a place called Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that run over Jamrock, and this person knows them well. There are hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881 high above the mass of brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside of their windshield. Where does the road lead? To Couronne through the middle-income neighborhoods there by the river, and then to Stella Marie and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road. Fold open the second map. The municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital right adjacent to the 41st precinct. No storm will ever drown Revachol, the great solution to the riddle of history. Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own. What does that sound? The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long-forgotten tunnels lit by gas lights. Look at the third map. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of motorway 881. Few routes have been marked with pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and the traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. What does it all mean? It means that the smugglers are secretly using the motorway to transport their goods and materials. They've infiltrated East Motor Tract, most likely. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Where does the contraband end up? Hard to say. The distribution network certainly looks large, yet still vague enough. Doesn't reveal much about the besmirti behind it. Sounds vaguely familiar. What the fuck does that word mean? Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo tribes, but really just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. with cool names he adds to with contempt, like La Puta Madre and Azura Mazda. It's dark parody. Who do you think's behind this? Definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. It is, if that's widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. He's bad news. Kim removes his glasses and polishes them with a handkerchief. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they have not ended well for those involved. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it, especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there. Return the stack of papers to the seat. Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick these up later. Stack of maps look like they did before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by and pull out toolbox as a rubber handle worn from use. Let's take a look. There's quite the sound effect. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty except for a folded newspaper. Let's take a little look-see-do. It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper folds out from its pages. Looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give me a headache. Lieutenant leans over your shoulder to examine the note. The Ulan frequency system, never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but his thought trails off. Close the door. Great, I think we've got everything. A word detective, he steps away from the lorry before we return to Joyce. Sure.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are, or the Ulan frequencies are, all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's better to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's just used to tap into RCM networks. Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect. Oh, and the maps we found, they reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've been using abandoned tunnels to access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. Last but not least, it's Ruby's cabin. We found this is an undeniable connection to the Union. Claudia may have been right about Ruby. She looks an awful lot like one of the poster girls in the cabin. Perhaps you're right. This is one connection I find a little dubious, to be honest. I prefer not to profile people's emotions. Perhaps because I'm not very good at it at all, but still. Actually, he's not bad at it at all. The Union really is in neck deep with everything around here, isn't it? One way or the other, they seem to be logistically, if nothing else. But don't expect us to bust this wide open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends as extra ammunition. Will the RCM open an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There's more than enough grounds to start an official investigation sometime later when we're done here. We do not want to get caught in that. He stops to think. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved. And I can't imagine that they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? He nods. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. It won't help anyone either. Debriefing over. Damn, chat. We got so much left to do.